Yes, good morning to everybody. Welcome to the class. And the class is that that is the Transfer of Property Act. That is the third semester course of the second year. And people are joining one after another. Yes, welcome. Welcome to the class. And the transfer of property. Yesterday, the maiden class was over. That yesterday I took the class and I said, what is the transfer of property? What the property will be decided and how it can be done. So these are the things that we discussed yesterday class. And in this class that we will see that what is the property, that the property, what is said to be the meaning, that is the meaning of the property is concerned. And when you say the meaning of the property, then we will see the syllabus that you come to know that what is what. Yes, that what I'm getting to the syllabus, Transfer of Property Act, yes, which I shared it. I'm sure that you are hearing me. If the answer is yes, please read what I posted on the screen. Yes, anyone? Yes. If you read it, if you are hearing me, that you could give me the answer that what I put it on the screen, so that I could know that you are with me. Anyone? Unmute again, then speak.
Hearing, sir.
Very good. You should not take that much time. As soon as I finish my word that you are supposed to say, yes, this is the meaning and concept of the property is there as per our syllabus is concerned. Then we will see that what is the meaning and what is the concept of the property. When you say the property, can anyone say what is property? Yes. Anyone? Unmute and give the answer to my question.
ప్రాపర్టీ
Yes.
అంటే ఆస్తులు.
Yes.
సార్ ప్రాపర్టీ అంటే ఆస్తులు సార్.
Yes. In the sense, astul means either we can touch it, we may not touch it, and it may the intellectual property also a property because that is intellectual means we cannot touch it. That is intangible property. So we will see that what the meaning and concept and kinds of property is concerned. Then property has a very wider meaning in its real sense. And because some people say నా కొడుకులే నా ప్రాపర్టీ అంటారు, నా బిడ్డలే నా ప్రాపర్టీ అంటారు, నా పిల్లలే నా ప్రాపర్టీ అంటారు. వై?
అవును సార్, పిల్లలే ప్రాపర్టీ.
ఎందుకంటారు?
వాళ్ళుంటేనే సంతోషము, సంపద, అంతా ఆనందం ఉంటది కాబట్టి. ఎంతున్నా డబ్బులు ఎన్నున్నా సరే వాళ్ళు లేకపోతే.
Even సంతోషము also in one form, in another form is the property. So
సంతోషం కూడా ప్రాపర్టీయేనా?
Yeah, that we will see that now how a property can be defined over there. It is only, it not only includes money. Only money is not the property, and other tangible things of value. It is not only money and is not only a tangible things of the value, but also includes, any intangible right, that is which cannot see it, we cannot touch it, considered as a source of or element of income or wealth. Even my intelligentsia is my property. Are you following?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So my knowledge is my property.
Yes, sir.
And the children, those who born, if they are very healthy and so and so thing, so they are a property to me because they will take care of me when I am in the old age. So in one form definition and the concept property is concerned, property has a very wide meaning and it's a real sense. It not only includes money and other tangible things of value, but also includes any intangible right considered as a source or element of income or wealth. See, even my children are my wealth. Even my health is my wealth. So these are all said to be a wider meaning of the property is concerned. And because generally that I posted in the morning, what I posted in the morning in the WhatsApp group, a sound mind is in a sound body, means sports or games or whatever it may be, that it produces a sound body. The sound mind is in a sound body, that I said, and that is the property. And health is the property in one form or another, anything or wealth. So the right and interest which men have in land and chattels are to be exclusion of others. The right and interest, even your right which you are having on the land and the interest which men have in the land and chattels, and which are said to the movable properties, are to the exclusion of others, because nobody should have to touch it. My pen, when you say my pen, means nobody should have to touch it, including my wife. Because if she wants, I can purchase a pen to her separately, because that's the property belongs to me. And that is the reason. So exclusion of others and using the ownership over certain things is also said to be the property. It is the right to enjoy, yes, it is the right to enjoy and to dispose of certain things. You can enjoy the things and you can dispose the certain things in the most absolute manner as he pleases, and provided he makes no use of them prohibited by law. So unless until you can prohibited by law, you should not say that it's my property. For instance, if you purchased a music system, okay, you want to play it in your home, yes, you can play. But if you put the volume 12 in the night, 12 o'clock, and if you say that it is my property, it is my music system, I want to use the way that I want, the pleases, that means you cannot do so, even though you are the owner of the property. The reason is the law prohibits. You are not supposed to create the nuisance to other people. Because in the night 12 o'clock, you should not disturb the sleep of other people, your neighbors. So, when you say that you can use according to your own whims and fancies, yes, you can use it, provided it should not become a nuisance to other person, or it should not make a discomfort to the other person. So, that was the thing which I want to share with you. Yes, any other doubt? Any clarification you need?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Good.
No, sir.
Okay, right. So now we will see the sea, the air, and the like can't be appropriated. Everyone may enjoy them, but no one can have an exclusive right in them. So do you have a right over the air? Do you have the right over the sea? Do you have the right over the water, environment? Of course, certain extent we can control it. We can enjoy it. Can you say it is my property? Answer is no. Even though you enjoy certain things, but you cannot claim it, that is your property. Because that is the property of the, let me presume it, if you believe in the God, then you can say it's the property of the God. It is the property of the nature. So, even though you have the exclusive right to use it or use them, when things are fully your own, or when all others are excluded from meddling with them or from interfering about them, it is the plain that no person besides the proprietor, means the owner, who has this exclusive right. Suppose it's the umbrella is there, you have purchased it, so you have every right to use the umbrella, close the umbrella, but use it and close it, use it and close it. Is it possible in the very densely populated traffic? Anyone answer it? Anyone can answer it?
No, sir.
Why?
No, sir.
Why?
It may disturb others, no, sir.
It may cause the disturbance to others, even the spokes. The spokes which is having it, no, if it is enter in the eyes, their eye will be damaged. So it will be a disturbance. It is causing the nuisance to the other one, even though you have purchased it and you have every right to use it, the manner you can, but you can do so in the in the open place or in the ground, but you cannot do so in the densely populated traffic. That's what I want to say. So from interfering about them, it is a plain that no person beside the proprietor, means owner, who has the exclusive right. Yes, he is having the exclusive right to use it. Of course, if I want to destroy it, I can destroy it. If I want to tear it, I can tear it. If I want to burn it, I can burn it. But no person could do so who is having the same mind. అది నా ప్రాపర్టీ, నేను దాన్ని ఉంచుకుంటా, నేను పగలగొడతా, తగలబెడతా, ఏమన్నా చేస్తా, because I am the owner of the property. Yes, no doubt you are the owner of the property, but why do you want to destroy it? Answer is, I feel enjoyment in destroying it. Is it the answer? Anyone?
నో అనుకుంటా సార్.
See, a man with the sane mind cannot destroy such a property. because that is the utility would be there. So even though you are a owner, but the ownership could not be shown in that way as destroying the property. Of course, you have the right to destroy it, no doubt, but doesn't mean that a useful thing should be destroyed. So who has this exclusive right? He is having the exclusive right. Okay, can have any claim either to use them, to hinder him from disposing them as he pleases. Yes, suppose if he is pandemic period and he is having a bicycle or a motorbike or a car. In the pandemic period, there is no other sources of income. So he sold his car and purchased a motorbike because motorbike takes less fuel than the car. Do you agree? I
Yes, sir.
say, oh, you are taking that much time, sir. We are taking that much time to mute and unmute it, sir. That's why that the reason is there. And moreover, vision can travel very fast, sir, but sound cannot travel very fast, sir. That is the reason. If I after saying something that I heard your voice or you heard my voice, is it taking time to heard my voice, to hear my voice?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
Okay. Even though I speak so loudly that the voice will come very quickly also. Yes, come to the point. So that property considered as an exclusive right to a thing. So now I use the word thing. So that property considered as an exclusive right to think. See the cursor I have shown here, right to think. Is it visible, cursor?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Here I use the word right to things. Means right to goods, right to chattels, right to movable property, right to immobile property. So things generally comes over the movable things. But I told you yesterday that things, a currency is a thing, but not a goods. So currency also a property because the money is a property. I told you. So it is a thing form. Contains not only a right to use those things, not only right to use those things like furniture. Furniture are things and it is spread here and there. Can you say that my goods are what is scattered in the drawing hall here and there? But we don't say my goods are, but say my things are. Here things in the sense the furniture or any clothes or any other thing which is set with a movable property. So, but a right to dispose of them, yes. If you say that you are a owner of the property, then you can dispose it, you can destroy it, you can use it, you can enjoy it. Then you can say that you are a owner of the property. So either by exchanging them for the other things, I told you exchange yesterday, because giving one thing and taking another thing, or by giving them away to any other person, either in the form of a gift, or in the form of a lease, or in the form of a mortgage, without any consideration, or with the consideration, or even throwing them away. Even the throwing them away. See, I will give you an example. I will ask you whether do you agree with me or not, whether this example is a suitable example or not, or whether it is true or not. A person went to the hut, Santa antaru, a fair, where the weekly once the shops are kept open, kept there in the open space till morning till evening. By evening, they will take away everything. So a person went to the Santa, that is the hut, a fair, and there he saw some of the pigeons or doves the vendor is selling. The hawker or the vendor is selling. So what he did he purchased the pigeons and of course he tied because before that he tied his wings and he tied his legs so that the pigeon will not fly. So after purchasing it from the vendor, he cut the rope or thread or whatever the thing which is tied to the pigeon, and he cut it with a scissor or any other instrument, and he untied even the wings, and he made him to fly in the air. Can he do so?
Can, sir. After
Oh.
buying,
Yes, sir.
it will be his property. That's why he can do it, sir.
Is it a sane act or insane act?
Sane act only, sir. It is a sane act because he wanted to free that bird so that he purchased it and he let the pigeon go away, fly away.
When he purchased it, he is the owner of the property.
Yes. Yes.
He can take it to home and slaughter it, and he can use the blood, he can use the flesh, he can use the fur, or he can throw away, or he can make it to fly in the air. Can the vendor is having any objection?
No, sir.
No, because he is paid the price. So when a person is the owner of the property, at the time he can does so whatever he wants. That's what I want to say. Whether the sane act or insane act, let me see in the later. Another example I will give you. You know a glass, silicon glass, not a steel glass, a transparent glass. So the vendor means the shopkeeper said it is unbreakable. He said it is unbreakable. So to make a test, he has dropped that on the floor, but the glass is broken. Now you tell me whether he has to pay the money to the shopkeeper or whether he need not to pay.
Need not to pay, sir.
He need not to pay, sir,
Why?
because he miss.
Yes, sir, please.
సరే అది బ్రోక్ అవ్వదు అనేసి చెప్పాడు కాబట్టి ట్రై కోసం తనే షాప్ అతనే ప్రూవ్ చేసుకోవడం కోసం
He lied.
పగలగొట్టాడు కాబట్టి
He
problem లేదు.
lied, sir.
He made the warranty, he made the guarantee, he made the assurance. This is unbreakable glass. Whether it drops from the vendors or shopkeepers, owner or his servant, or from the client or from the customer, doesn't make any difference. The question is, dropping can be done by any other person, but breaking is concerned, yes, it should not be broken because he has made the issue that it will not be unbreakable glass. At that instance, yes, he need not to pay anything, even though he is not the owner of the property. Did you get my point?
Yes, sir.
అదే సపోజ్ ద గ్లాస్ కొబ్బరికాయ కొట్టినట్టు నేలకేసి కొట్టిండి అనుకుందాం, బై బ్రేకింగ్ ద కోకోనట్ ఇన్ దట్ వే దట్ హీ డిడ్ సో. At that instance, whether he has to pay or he is not supposed to pay.
He has to pay, sir.
Why here?
At that time, because
అంటే
he
పగలేటప్పుడు కొడుతూ
intentionally
ఉన్నాడు
did-
కాబట్టి
The point is, unbreakable doesn't mean suppose by chance, by unluck, by unfortunate thing, if it drops from the hand, that is the meaning. Unbreakable in
Yes,
the
sir.
sense. But not in that way as breaking the coconut on the earth or on the stone. Because that act is different and this act is different. When you say unbreakable, by chance, by mistake, if it falls down, it will not be broken. Nowadays, you could find the LED LED bulbs are coming now as unbreakable. So what I did is, he said unbreakable, I dropped it. It is not broken. Yes, it is dropped it. Of course, one time it is by mistakenly dropped, but it's not broken. So, what I want to say, when it is clearly said assurance is there unbreakable, at that instance, if you break it in a mistaken manner, not by force using it on the stone, at that instance, yes, even though you are not a owner of the property, you need not to pay it and you need not to do it. Because suppose if he has made such an assurance, but if intentionally that you did so by using his own force, that cannot say the unbreakable definition. So at that instance, you are supposed to pay the money because you have broken that property. So that is the thing, which I want to say, isn't it? I don't know whether you have seen the movie Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham. Did you see the movie?
Yes, sir.
There, who is the heroine there?
Kajal.
Yes, you know Gamela.
Kamela.
The flower part.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know that how she has made the example there? She has
No,
broken
sir.
the flower part. I asked that when Amitabh Bachchan asked, how did you broken it? She took the another flower part and she dropped. Did you get my
Yes, sir.
point?
Yes, sir.
Can
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
a person do so?
No, sir.
Yeah, because by mistakenly drop and I say how it fell down. Then say like this, she dropped it. Again, when she is going away, her plight, జడ తెలుగులో జడ, ఆ జడ ఏం చేస్తుంది మళ్ళీ గమనాడు ఇంకొక గమనాన్ని పడేస్తుంది. Did you get my point? Total 3
Yes, sir.
flower parts are broken in the Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham. Yeah, in that movie that is, it's a very good movie. Of course, it's having the meaningful movie. Yes. So what I want to show is, if breakable, unbreakable things are there, if the assurance is given at that instance, you need not to pay, but the force should be used over there, then you are supposed to pay. So what I want to say, that is the point. So basically, property divided into real property and personal property. So property is also divided into absolute property or qualified property when it consists of goods or chattels are concerned. So absolute property is that which is your our ownership, means you are the owner of the property without any qualification whatever, as when a person is the owner of watch or book or other inanimate things. Suppose you are a watch, you purchase the watch, you are the owner of the property, and nobody is having any other what I say on that your watch or your book, you have purchased it, which are inanimate things. Suppose animate things are, do you know what is inanimate? Say yes or no.
సంతోషం, నాలెడ్జ్.
Inanimate అంటే అర్థం ఏంటిది?
అంటే కనిపించింది కదా సార్?
నో 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 నో, ఇనానిమేట్ అంటే లివింగ్ కాదు. లివింగ్ కాకుండా వాచ్ ఉన్నది ఇనానిమేట్, బుక్ ఈజ్ ఇనానిమేట్, ఫర్నిచర్ ఇనానిమేట్, no life. Is it clear? So
Yes,
those are said to be inanimate. But a tree, when a tree is concerned, is animate, because tree can grow. Of course, it is inanimate also, because both way you can make it up. When I was teaching the law of art, I made it very much clear. A tree is animate, a tree is inanimate. When I am giving the pigeonhole theory, he has come to the point. A horse animate, a sheep animate. Yes, and pastoral, I taught you pastoral. What are the animals I have shown you? Please say. Pastoral, I have shown certain animals to you. What are those animals where these pastoral take from one place to another place for grazing? That is called fodder.
Goat, sheep.
Hurry up.
Hello. I remember these 3 only, sir.
Llama,
Llama, yes.
reindeer, yak. Why you are not remembering all those? I have shown with the pictures. Even the chattels, those are the goods, the chattels, the living stocks are also said be, which have never had its natural liberty in a wild state. Suppose Adavi Barre. Who is the owner of the Adavi Barre? English lo cheppandi. Sir, Adavi, forest, Barre, buffalo, forest buffalo. Avuna andi? Unmute and give the answer.
నో సార్.
ఏమంటారు మరి అడవి బర్రెని ఏమంటారు? Yes. Yes, anyone? లేదు లేదు, జడల బర్రె, అది జడల బర్రె, యాక్. అది తెల్ల కూడా ఉంటాయి, అవి నల్ల కూడా ఉంటాయి, ఫర్ దాన్ని. Of course, but we say forest, wild buffalo. We will say generally wild buffalo. కాకపోతే ఏంటి బైసన్ అని చూసారండి? బైసన్ BISON బైసన్. Anyway, that if a bison or a buffalo or a forest buffalo or a tiger or a leopard or a jaguar or cheetah, they are all, can a person is having the ownership for that one? Say yes or no.
No, sir.
Why?
అది మొత్తం ఏమంటారు, ప్రభుత్వ సంపద.
Uh,
That is a natural Ferrari. That is the property of the government. నేచురల్ ఫెరారీ అంటే నేచర్ లో ఫ్రీ బర్డ్ గా ఉంటాయి. కానీ ఎప్పుడైతే దాన్ని క్యాప్చర్ చేస్తారో అప్పుడు ఓనర్షిప్ వస్తుంది. కానీ వెన్ క్యాప్చరింగ్ త్రూ ద లైసెన్స్, యూ కెనాట్ క్యాప్చర్ ద లయన్, యూ కెనాట్ క్యాప్చర్ ద జీబ్రా, you cannot make it out your thing. But a rabbit is concerned, yes, it is a domesticated animal. Rabbit you can keep it. In a peacock you can keep it. Such a thing which are domesticated, you can keep it, you can buy it and you can rear it in your home. So what I want to say is, which you captured under your control at that instance, we can say is the ratio animandi. Here animo reverendi will come to the point. Otherwise they are full liberty and the property of the government. So qualified property, what is a qualified property? Consists in the right which men have over wild animals. They have reduced their own possession, which are kept subject to their power, as a deer, buffalo and the like, which are his own while he was a possession of them. Suppose a buffalo would be there and a deer would be there, a rabbit would be there in your possession, in your caring, in your den, in your courtyard, in your kitchen, in your place. At that instance you are have the control over it and you can say you are one of those animals. But as soon as the possession is lost, suppose the possession is lost over there, then it's run away from your place, his property is gone to the again to the forest, unless animal go animo reverendi, means animo reverendi, that is animo revertendi, means that animus revertendi is a Latin phrase that means which with intention to relocate. Unless and with the intention to relocate it, that is the property of the nature, the natural ferale. It can refer to the animal that is under the care of the another, which distinguish it from a animal ferare nature. Ferre nature means wild beast. It is a type of the ownership right recognized with the property law. So long that you are under the control of an animal, where you can make it out up to that extent that you are one of the property. Otherwise, all the wild animals, all that which are there in the forest is the property of the, that is ferre naturae, means it is the belongs to the wild beast, belongs to the forest and belongs to the government. Who is the owner of the forest?
గవర్నమెంట్ సార్.
Government.
ఇప్పుడు అప్పుడప్పుడు ఫారెస్ట్ కాల్తా ఉంటది. ఎందుకంటే సపోజ్ సిగరెట్ పాడేసిండో కానీ లేకుంటే ఒక బ్రాంచ్ కి ఇంకొక రబ్బయి అందులోకి వెళ్ళి వాడేసే ఫ్రిక్షన్ అయ్యి దెన్ ఇగ్నైటెడ్ ఓవర్ దేర్, దాన్ని అడవి కాలడం అంటారు. ఇంగ్లీష్ లో ఏమంటారండి అడవి కాలడానికి? అసలు నేను చెప్పింది అర్థమైందా మీకు?
అర్థమైంది సార్. ఆటోమేటిక్ గా అక్కడ ఉన్న పరిస్థితిని బట్టి అడవి కాలుతుంది. అంటే రాళ్ళ రాపిడి వల్ల గానీ ఎవరైనా వెళ్ళడం గానీ.
దాన్ని తెలుగులో ఏమంటారు, ఇంగ్లీష్ లో ఏమంటారు?
అడవి దహనమా?
ఏంటండి? వాయిస్ ఈస్ బ్రేకింగ్. Voice is breaking.
Yes.
Yeah, I will give you the answer. Your voice is breaking. I will give the answer.
Oh, okay.
So, wild వైల్డ్, దాన్ని ఏమంటారంటే వైల్డ్ ఫైర్ అంటారు. ఇంకోటి ఫారెస్ట్ ఫైర్ అనే మనం ఇండియాలో ఏషియన్లో ఫారెస్ట్ ఫైర్ అంటారు, ఇది ఏషియన్ లాంగ్వేజ్ లో. కానీ జనరల్లీ అదర్ పీపుల్ చేసే వైల్డ్ ఫైర్ అంటే అడవి తెల్లబడేదాన్ని వైల్డ్ ఫైర్ అంటారు. WILD, వైల్డ్ space FIRE fire. Please check it if it is true or not. Then you can give me the answer to my question. Yes. So when the wildfire is there, that is an act of God. By act of any other human being also it will be there. But anyway, that if any person responsible for the wildfire, he will be criminalized. He will be punished. Yes. Property is again divided into corporeal and incorporeal. Corporeal ante where you can touch. Incorporeal means you cannot touch. The farmer comprehends such a property is a perceptible to your senses. And you can see it, you can touch it, you can, yeah, both the things like land, houses, goods, merchandise, and all like you can touch it, you can see it. Kade, the later consists in the legal right and chooses in action. Kani, where you cannot touch it and see it, then like easement is there, intellectual property is there, any again the actionable claims are there. They are said to be the incorporeal property. Now, do you know that what is corporeal property? What is incorporeal property? Anyone? Yes. Please give me the answer.
సార్ కార్పొరేట్ ప్రాపర్టీ అంటే నాట్ టచ్ సార్, టచ్ చేయలేండి, చేయలేండి.
కార్పొరియల్ అంటే టచ్ చేసేటివి. ఇప్పుడు పుస్తకం ఉన్నది కార్పొరియల్ ప్రాపర్టీ,
సార్.
టేబుల్ ఉన్నది
Okay, sir.
కార్పొరియల్ ప్రాపర్టీ.
అంటే కనిపించేది టచ్ చేయగలిగేది కార్పొరేట్ ప్రాపర్టీ.
Yes, incorporeal, you
అంటే-
cannot touch it, you cannot see it.
నాలెడ్జ్, ఆనందం, ఇలాంటివి అసలు కనిపించవు, టచ్ చేయలేనివి.
కాపీరైట్, ట్రేడ్ మార్క్స్, ఇంటెలిజెంట్ డిజైన్స్,
సాహిత్యాలు,
ఇటువంటి మొత్తం లిటరేచరీ వర్క్, ఎనీ రైట్ ఆఫ్ రెంట్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద ప్రాపర్టీ యూ కెనాట్ సీ ఇట్ బట్ యూ కెనాట్ ఫీల్ ఇట్. You can,
That is intellectual.
that called intellectual property, which is called incorporeal property. Intellectual property is called incorporeal property. So such is the easement, and then easement also a property which is incorporeal. Then preemption. ఇప్పుడు మీ పక్క ఇల్లు అమ్ముతున్నారు అనుకోండి, పక్క ఇల్లు అమ్మేటప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలంటే పక్క వాళ్ళను ముందుగా అడగాల, నైబర్స్ ని, మీరు తీసుకుంటారా, వెదర్ యూ బై దిస్ హౌస్. ఇఫ్ యూ సే నో, దెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు సెల్ ద ప్రాపర్టీ టు ఎనీ థర్డ్ పర్సన్. దట్ ఇస్ కాల్ ప్రియంషన్ అంటారు దాన్ని. అది కూడా ఇన్ వన్ ఫార్మ్, ఇన్ అనదర్ ఫార్మ్ ఈజ్ ఏ ప్రాపర్టీ, దట్ ఇస్ ఇన్కార్పొరేట్ ప్రాపర్టీ. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? So it is a proper to observe that in some cases, the moment that the owner loses the position, he also loses the property. Right in a thing. ఇప్పుడు మీకు పర్సు పోయింది అనుకోండి, ఆ పర్సు పోయింది మీ ప్రాపర్టీ కాదు అది, అన్లెస్ యూ లొకేట్ ఇట్, రీలొకేట్ ఇట్. ఇప్పుడు మీ దగ్గర యానిమల్ ఉన్నది, కొన్నారు మీరు, ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళి, సంతలోకి వెళ్ళి, ఓకే, ఏం కొన్నారు, మేక కొన్నారు. ఆ మేక ఏమైంది, మళ్ళీ అది ఫారెస్ట్ లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయింది అనుకోండి, అన్లెస్ యూ రీలొకేట్ ఇట్, you lost the property. And then it is the animal become ferrara nature. Adi wild beast kinda అయిపోయింది, ఆ wild property కింద అయిపోయింది, అది becomes the government is the owner of that property. As mentioned above, belong to the owner only while he retains the position of them. So long that you buy it and retain the position that belongs to you. If once you lost it, it went into the forest, then it belongs to the government. But in general, the loss of position does not impair the right of property, for their owner may recover it within a certain time allowed by them. Suppose if you lost it, ఇప్పుడు బర్రెను కొనుక్కొని తీసుకొచ్చుకుంటాను సంత నుండి, అది మొదలుచుకొని పోయింది అనుకుందాం ఎటన్నా, ఆ తర్వాత రీలొకేట్ చేసేంత వరకు, yes, you are the owner of the property because you purchased it, you bought it. So you can relocate it and you can retain it and recapture it, then it becomes your property. Is it clear?
Yes sir, అర్థమైంది.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు కోడి సంతలాగా ఉన్నారు, ఓకే, అది తీసుకొచ్చేప్పుడు ఏమైంది, అది ఎగిరిపోయింది. ఈ మందిలో ఎక్కడ పడతారు అక్కడ, అది ఎక్కడో పోయింది ఎన్నెల్లా. సో యూ లాస్ట్ ఇట్. బట్ you lost it till you recapture it. అప్పటి వరకు లాస్ట్. సపోజ్ ఇప్పుడు రికాప్చర్ చేసి అనుకోండి, పట్టుకున్నారనుకోండి, దాన్ని తీసుకున్నారనుకోండి, దెన్ యూ ఆర్ బికమ్ ద ఓనర్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రాపర్టీ. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్?
ఎస్ సార్.
So that is the what I want to say. Who is the owner and who is not the owner of the property is concerned. When things are lost and relocated and recaptured, then you will become your property. Otherwise, it is not your property. So the meaning and definition of the property, we will see that in general sense, the property is any physical or virtual entity that is owned by an individual or jointly by a group of individuals. So a property may be a joint property or the group property, but any other means also, any owner of the property has the right, and human life is not a possible without property. That is a great statement. Human life is not possible without property. Because when you want to say the human life, yes, in the socialistic country, you cannot say it's my property, and we say because everything will be provided by the government, including the schools, transport, health, everything. So that then you need not to have your own property or your own vehicle or a car or whatever the transport mode. You need not to have, because the government provides from your house to office, office to house. Even also government provide, if you want to shop, yes, take you to for the shopping, and for a 1 hour, then you can back and drop you in the house. Or sometimes it will do it from taking from you from the office to the shop or a market or mall, and you buy it, then they will drop it the respective houses. But in the capitalistic country, the people want to say the property, and there it's my house, it's my bicycle, it's my car, is mine. So everything mine will come over there. So it has economic and socio-political, sometimes religious and legal implications. We can say my temple, my church, my mosque. Suppose if they personally constructed it for themselves or for their clan or for their family. Yes, it is the legal domain. It is the legal domain which institute the idea of the ownership. The basic postulates of the idea is that exclusively control of an individual over something. Here I said thing. As a thing may be movable or immobile. Generally things you say it is a mobile one. You will consider. Here the most important aspect of the concept of the ownership and the property is the word thing. So the word thing, where you could have a ownership, then we can say that you are owner of the property on which a person has control for the use. సార్, అది నా పెన్ను. అరే నీ పెన్ను అయితే మరి నీ దగ్గర ఉన్నది కదా, మరి వాని దగ్గర ఎందుకు ఉన్నదిరా బాబు? సార్ నిన్ను అడుక్కున్నాడు సార్, మరి ఇస్తలేడు సార్ నాకు. ఎస్, నౌ యూ టెల్ మీ, హూ ఇస్ ద ఓనర్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రాపర్టీ? ఎస్,
ఎవరి దగ్గర పెన్ను ఉన్నదో వాళ్ళే ఓనర్ సార్.
ఇప్పుడు అడుక్కున్నాడు, అరే ఎందుకంటే సార్ ఎగ్జామ్ అవుతుంది, వాడు మర్చిపోయిండు, 2వ రోజు వచ్చిండు, అరే నీ పెన్ నీ దగ్గర ఉండాలి, నా దగ్గర ఎందుకు ఉన్నదిరా అంటే, సరే నిన్న తీసుకున్నావు కదరా బాబు నువ్వు, మరి నాకు ఇయ్యలే కదా. సో కెన్ యూ సే ద పొజిషన్ ఈస్ ద ఓనర్షిప్?
No, sir. No.
See, when you lend the pen, you are supposed to return it. That is a gentleman agreement. Suppose if he has forgotten to ask you and you have forgotten to return you, at least next day you can say, I'm sorry, I could not remember you, I went in a hurry, and this is the pen which you lent me, and you take back your pen, thank you very much. You should have to say. That is a gentleman agreement. But if he retains it, ఇదరే నీ పెన్ అంటే నీ జేబులు ఉంటారు కానీ నా జేబులు ఎందుకు వచ్చిందంటే, so that is not the way of we are making the thing. So lending is different and ownership is different, and purchasing is different and lending is different. So to consume or sell, here the most important aspect of the concept of the ownership and property is the word thing. The thing which you want to the owner, it should be with you, which a person has control for the use. To consume means to use it, to sell, to rent, to mortgage, to transfer, to exchange his property. సార్ నా పెళ్ళాం, అరే నీ పెళ్ళాం, మరి నీ పెళ్ళాం అయితే వారింటికాడ ఎందుకున్నదరా చెప్పండి. అరే పేరెంటానికి పోయింది అనుకో, సరే పేరెంటానికి పోయింది అక్కడ పోయింది అన్నట్టు, ఇక అక్కడ ఉంటే ఇక వారి పెళ్ళాం అవుతుంది అది.
సార్ పెళ్లి వాళ్ళకి ప్రూవ్ చేసుకోవాలి కదా సార్.
Yeah. Because that is the reason there is a There is a marriage certificate is there. There is everything will be there, and the people at large will be recognized, and the society will also recognize whose wife she is. Is it clear?
ఎస్ సార్.
Yes. Proprietary is any physical or intangible entity that is allowed by a person or jointly by a group of people. So it may be joint property or it may be a single person property. So depending upon the nature of the property, how it belongs, an owner of the property has the right to consume it or sell it or rent it or mortgage it or transfer it or exchange it or destroy the property. But no person can destroy the property unless until it becomes wild. ఇప్పుడు ఎలిఫెంట్ ఉన్నదండి, ఆ ఎలిఫెంట్ కొన్ని చెప్పుట్లో ఏమైతుందంటే అది పిచ్చిది అవుతుంది. దాన్ని ఏమంటారండి? చెప్పాలా?
వైల్డ్ ఎలిఫెంట్ అంటారు సార్. వైల్డ్ ఎలిఫెంట్.
వైల్డ్ ఎలిఫెంట్ అది ఫారెస్ట్ లో ఉండదానికి అంటది. వెన్ ఇట్ బికమ్స్ వైల్డ్ అంటారు అక్కడ. వెన్ ఇట్ బికమ్స్ వైల్డ్. అయితే వైల్డ్ అయ్యి ఏం చేస్తుంది తెలుసా? అది వచ్చిన వాళ్ళ ముందట అందరినీ చంపేస్తా ఉంటది, పడేస్తా ఉంటది. కారు ఉన్నదనుకో కారును దాన్ని బోల్త పెట్టిస్తుంది, చెట్టు ఉన్నదనుకో చెట్టు గుంజి పడేస్తుంది, పక్క గోడ ఉన్నదో గోడను పడేస్తుంది, మనిషి వచ్చిందనుకో తొక్కి చంపేస్తుంది, ఓనర్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి వాని ఓనర్ కూడా కొట్టి పడేస్తుంది. దానికి ఏం చేస్తారు? ఇక లాస్ట్ రిసార్ట్ ఏంటి దానికి?
కింద పడి పొర్లిద్దేమో సార్.
ఎస్,
కింద పడి పొర్లిద్దేమో సార్, మీరే చెప్పండి.
ద లాస్ట్ రిసార్ట్ ఈజ్ ఐదర్ దే కిల్ దెమ్, చంపేస్తారు దాన్ని, ఆర్ ఏం చేస్తారంటే గుంటలు తాగుతారు, దాని మీద గడ్డి వేస్తారు సేఫ్ సైడ్ గా, ఈ ఎలిఫెంట్ అటు పోయేటట్టు చూస్తారు. సో దట్ ఇట్ విల్ బి ట్రాప్డ్ ఇన్ దట్ ట్రెంచ్. కాబట్టి ఎక్కడైతే ఎలిఫెంట్స్ ఉంటాయో అక్కడ ఇట్లా ట్రెంచెస్ తయారు చేసి పెడతారు. ఎందుకంటే ఇఫ్ సమ్ టైమ్స్ ఇఫ్ ద ఎలిఫెంట్ బికమ్ వైల్డ్, దాన్ని ఒక పదం ఉన్నది, ఇఫ్ ద ఎలిఫెంట్ బికమ్ అమక్, అమక్ అంటారు దాన్ని, AMUCK రాసుకోండి. AMUCK అంటే వైల్డ్ అయినప్పుడు, అమక్ అంటే పిచ్చిది అయినప్పుడు, ఫిరోషియస్ అయినప్పుడు. When the elephant become amak, AMUCK, then the only resort is either will be trapped in the trench or killed by the gun, rifle. పెద్ద డబుల్ బ్యారల్ గన్ తోని, పెద్దది ఉంటుంది చూడండి దాన్ని చంపేస్తారు. ఆ చంపేలేదు అనుకుందాం కాసే, కానీ క్రిపుల్ అన్న చేసి పడేస్తారు. క్రిపుల్ అంటే అది పోకుండా చేస్తారు దాన్ని. సో వై ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ దిస్ థింగ్? A person, he is the owner of the property. When the things become worse, he can destroy the property also. Is it clear? Is it clear?
క్లియర్.
సార్ ఓనర్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రాపర్టీ డిస్ట్రాయ్ కూడా చేయొచ్చు సార్.
అరే ఇప్పుడు ఆ ప్రాపర్టీ దానికి ఇప్పుడు వైల్డ్ ఎలిఫెంట్ ప్రాపర్టీ మీది, ఎలిఫెంట్ బికమ్ ఏ వైల్డ్, మనుషులందరినీ చంపేసింది, వచ్చిన కార్లన్నీ ధ్వంసం చేసేసింది. ఆ తర్వాత
అర్థమైంది సార్.
వాట్ ఈస్ ద రెమెడీ లెఫ్ట్ టు యూ?
దాన్ని చంపడం లేదా దాన్ని అదుపులో చేయడం?
దాన్ని అదుపులన్న పెట్టాలా, బేడిలేసి ట్రాప్ చేసి, లేకుంటే ట్రెంచలన్న పడేయాలా, దానిని చంపాలా. So what I want to say is, when you could not do so, the last resort is to kill the animal. To kill the
యానిమల్.
ఇప్పుడు రేస్ గుర్రం ఉన్నది, అది కుంటిది అయింది అనుకోండి, ఏం చేస్తారండి?
పక్కన పెట్టేస్తారు సార్. దాన్ని ఈచేయరు.
ఏం చేస్తారు?
దాన్ని ఈచేయరు, పక్కకు పెట్టేస్తారు.
ఏం చేస్తారంటే దాన్ని అమ్మేస్తారు ఎవరికైనా, ఏది గుర్రం మాంసం తినటోళ్ళకు, లేకుంటే దాన్ని చంపేస్తారు. ఆర్ యూ ఫాలోయింగ్ మీ? Because that is not useful for the race the run. దాన్ని చంపేస్తారు, లేకుంటే కసాయి కొనుక్కి అమ్మేస్తారు. ఇంకెవడన్నా ఉన్నాడు అనుకోండి, వాడు సార్ నేను చదువుకుంటా అంటే అరే తీసుకోపోరా అంటాడు. So these are the things that we can make. What I want to say here is, a person who is the owner of the property can use the property, consume the property, and enjoy the property at the last she can destroy the property also. That is what I want to say. In the today class, the continuity will be there tomorrow. Again, we will meet it in the same timings regarding the property is concerned. That is the first unit of the first topic of the first unit, which I am now in progress. And please inform the other people also that the classes are in progress. Classes are going on well, and I will post it. And what else I am going to teach it. Even I did not post also, the presumption is my class is there. With this, I will stop my class today. And now the time is 10:17, and the 2 minutes I encroached on your free time. Then have a good day
Thank
and
you, sir.
goodbye
Thank you, sir.
and see you. Yes, thank you very much.